What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? It's your boy Jax Wild and the homeboy PG the Hustler.
What's
It's
happening? What's
another
happening?
Wednesday. That means you are here for another episode of the Redeployment Podcast.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on with your hustle?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much, man. Chilling, man. You already know, man. The dogs trying to make their debut, man. I'm watching the cameras. There ain't nothing going on outside. They ain't make me get up and holler at them, man. But yeah, you
You
know what it
already
is,
know.
man. Yeah, man. I'm just
You
chilling,
already
man.
know. You remember I had my grandson. He made his debut. So, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He's like, yo, the dog's like, let me pull up too then. So
Big
how
facts.
has your week been going thus far, man?
Man, chilling, man. Chilling. It's been cool. Kind of laid back and mellow, you know.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Any new vehicles out on the lot that I need to pull up on?
No, man. No, nothing new. Nothing new, man.
Because I'm telling you, bro, I'll be watching your page, bro. Goodness
Uh,
gracious.
oh
The
yeah.
cars y'all be having in that lot is crazy.
Oh no, it's not. No, I'm everywhere. That's them
Yeah.
is individual cars that I be selling from different lots all over the area. I go to different cities in the area, so them it don't be the same lot all the time or the same cars. Like I had different places, like different customers and stuff. I just had one good one who that's where a lot of my good stuff come from. A lot of the classic, like a lot of the good classic cars and quality cars, because they host one of the best like car shows around, and they do like a whole ride out through the city and everything.
Bro, did you see, speaking of cars, did you see, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I think it was uh who was it? Book. Devin Booker. Devin Booker had, I think he has a Caprice brand new with 87 miles on it. Did you see that?
What kind was it? Is it a box?
It was like the old school box Chevy Caprice.
Yeah, 87.
All black, 87 miles. How do you keep a car that long with only 87 miles on it, bro?
It's been done before. A couple people. When you know what cars are gonna be worth, a lot of dealers and people that are car collectors, they do stuff like that. Like my guy, he does stuff like that. Okay, so the Monte Carlo that you seen,
Yeah.
um, that only had 600 miles on it.
Really?
The gray one, the 87, the gray one, yeah.
She
It only has. Matter of fact, I think it was under that. I think it was like 400. It was like it was dumb. Like dude literally bought it and put it up. Like when I that's what I was telling y'all when I opened the door, it smelled like brand new plastic. Like it smelled like
Yeah.
1987 brand new plastic. If anybody can remember what those cars smell like, what your parents' cars smell like when when you was growing up, stuff like that. If your parents had got a new vehicle and y'all, that's what that smelled like when you got into that vehicle. It was crazy.
Man, that's what's
Yeah,
up, man.
yeah. So I mean, it's just all kind of stuff. I got a couple things I can't sell, like
Okay. Okay.
like, but they quality, they good stuff, man. Like a 29 Ford truck, Ford step side.
Mm.
It's like custom, like it's meant. It's just
Wait, you said 1929?
yes, sir. You heard it correct.
Woo!
1929. It don't even have a top on it. It's literally a step side. Like it's crazy collectible. Nobody about it.
Man, bro, I can't
Scared
wait
to
to
touch
come up there and pay you a visit, man. Just take me around.
it.
Just
Yeah,
let
you
me
know what?
look at what I can't afford.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start because I only show. You know, I'm on my fault for this. I only show the good stuff. I need to show y'all some of the bad stuff, some of the nasty, just grimy,
Oh.
just y'all. You did you live in this? Just ill. Just how can you breathe? Just hold on. Let me put this down before I get off up in here. No, I literally have a ride share like seat cover to throw
Oh
over these nasty
no.
cars, bro. Yeah, I deal in all. I did, man, all of them. The good, and the bad, and the ugly, bro. The good, the bad,
Oh
and the ugly.
no.
Trust me, it can get grimy.
Yeah. Woo!
I sold it.
Man, for me, this week has been it's been it's been chill this week.
Okay.
Next week starts school, right? So, well,
Yes.
I'm talking about college. College
Right.
this week is move-in week. Next week is actually first day of classes. So,
Okay.
me working at the University of Carolina, it's actually the tempo is starting to pick up. The place don't look like a doggone what you call what was I call it? Like a haunted house, like you know how they just
Right.
empty. But now it's actually starting to look good. It's actually people starting to flow. You know what
Right.
I'm
Okay.
saying? The Bojangles stand open a little longer. You feel
No,
me?
not Bojangles. Not the
You know,
Bojangles, bro.
because in the summer stuff just be barely open. They had like half their menu in there, but
Right.
now it's starting to pick up. So I'm I'm excited that the new crop of students is coming in and start to get it going, man. But without further ado,
Bojangles
let's
is
talk
hilarious.
about this week's sponsor. Want
Oh
to
yeah,
hit
most
that up?
definitely. Most definitely, always. That's W, man. You already know what it is. So check this out, man. Actually, y'all already see. I don't know if y'all can see. I got the tub back here.
Hey, let's
Everything
go,
that came in,
Debbie.
you know what I'm saying? The pack that came in, I got a little video I'm gonna put up there. I got the tub. I've been messing with it.
Okay.
And honestly, I could say it's better. What sometimes I researched. Remember, I was telling you about this. I had researched. I looked them up, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That's all natural. It's all natural stuff. It's crazy." And I was like, "Let me get with that because that's what the kind of thing I'm trying to do. That's I'm on that." And then you have expectations of things.
Right.
So I was like, I can't wait till they get here. And my expectation was like, oh, it's mediocre. It's probably cool, bro. This is unlike nothing I have ever had before, bro. And I mean,
It's
I don't
good.
even do. Yes, I don't do the energy drinks. I don't say every energy drink. That's why I said the natural stuff I like because I'm
Yeah.
used to eating almonds and then drinking, certain stuff, certain waters and stuff like that
Right.
with the fruit in it and stuff, bro. This is natural coffee fruit extract.
Oh,
That's what, and it's
say
jittery.
that again one more time for the people in the back.
Natural coffee fruit extract. That's what the actual
Woo!
ingredient is in here. And everything else is vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin A, and the flavor. And you see what they sent your boy. You see what they sent Hustler.
What they
Push
send
it,
them?
push and punch.
Hey.
And it's fire. And it's definitely fire, man. It's definitely fire. Y'all, when y'all get it, y'all check it out, man. Y'all go to the website, w.gg. Enter in PG the Hustler down there for 10% off your full order.
Yes, sir.
And y'all check it out, man. They got all kind of flavors. I got Dragonade here. I also got a Galaxy Grenade. I had a Beach Peach
Let's
earlier.
go.
That's the first one I had tried out, man. Like I said, and it's not like a Red Bull or it's not a 5-hour energy. It's literally juice.
Okay.
It's just juice. It don't have no crazy taste. It don't have no medicine-y taste like something crazy is in it.
Yeah.
It's just juice. It's just
all
juice.
right. Well, I'm gonna jump on it too, y'all. Holla at W. You see, we got a promotional code right there. Just type in PG the Hustler for 10% off. Go to the site. What's the site again?
W.gg.
W.gg.
Just
And go
remember
pick
GG like
pack.
W get you going. W get you going. Remember it like that. W dot get you going. What?
Get you going. Or for you video game dudes out there, GG's in the chat. You feel me?
Exactly.
W for the GG's in the chat.
And a little history, that's where it started from.
Let's go.
It started from gaming, so it's geared towards gamers. Give you energy, focus, no jitters.
Yes, sir. Then we got our store is now live, folks. The store is live. We need y'all to pull up on the store. We got a new shirt. We got the classic shirt. You know what I'm saying? The classics is gonna be the classics. But then we got What'd you name it? What did you name it?
This is DC's motto.
DC's motto in the building.
When you go, and you know what? I don't know what DC doing. I know he gonna see this. I know he watching. He is a avid supporter and member of the redeployment team. And it even says in the description, if you watch this podcast, you know where this comes from and you know how much it means to all of us. So you will see that in the description when you go. Is at blackmoneymedialive.com. Go to collections and the Redeployment Podcast, and you will see all of the merch. Also, there will be another shirt drop next week. It's already in the works. I was working on it. It's just not all the way pushed through. So
let's go, man.
So
now that we got the announcements out the way, listen here, man. We have never, ever, thus far in this podcast history, given y'all a bad guess. And today is without any question. There you go, right there. There you go. Come on, DC. DC, appreciate you. You started, but you made it. I want to just throw this up for you, just so you see it, so you ain't got to go back. This is your shirt. Your shirt is now official. Your quote, your motto, what we all live by, is now part of the Redeployment Podcast merch drop. So shouts out to DC. My sounds are not working today, so
most
I
definitely
give you air horns.
You know we can do it.
We'll do it live.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work. And it's called DC's motto. That is what the shirt is
motto.
Called.
Y'all go check it out. All right,
y'all go check out.
Again, we have never produced, we never brought up a bad guest. Everybody is vetted. Everybody has great stories. Everybody has brought something important to the team. And we wouldn't stop this week. As a matter of fact, we've leveled up. So we started with the Air Force. I was Air Force. PG was Air Force. We had a couple of my guys come through, and my lady came through. We had our first female. Then we also had a Army vet come through. He was Army, and then he was a Veteran Affairs, and then he was Homeland Security. He did 40 plus years. Today, we have our very first guest that is from the Department of the Navy. I introduce to you all Soto. Vince Soto. What's good with you, Vince? How are you?
Good,
Thank you for being with us.
What's going on?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm always watching. I'm always watching y'all, man. And so I feel privileged to this week, be your guest. So I'm always traveling, picking up on you. That's why I was like, hey, what time is it, man? So I could get my mind right into the zone that, hey, I'm in the east, this week. And so it's a privilege, man. It's crazy how we met.
Yeah.
Then, we got our little group, right?
Yeah.
We got our little group, but it's crazy, man. Especially, being a veteran, being a retired veteran. It's I enjoy this side. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And I had just first before I move on, let me put some respect on your name. First of all, this is Dr. Vince Soto. Put some respect on the man name. If I had air horns, I'd throw it, but my thing not working today. Anyway, yes, we met through our mutual company or the company we're both attached to, Soldiers to Sidelines. We both are eager to participate in giving back to the community. And so I met you there. And every time you have come, I was talking to my brother earlier, you've come bearing gifts, right? And the gift you've always came bearing was he brought ties, he brought belts, he brought clips. I mean, he gave us this whole big setup, man. So you are definitely one for the veterans, for those who are trying to get reacclimated into society. So this Redeployed podcast is good to have a special guest like you on, because I feel like you are a transition aficionado, if I could say so myself. I mean, you gotta. What's your doctor's degree in?
Actually, my doctorate is in business, right? I got an
Nice.
MBA and then I got a doctorate in business administration. I've had a previous business which sold, and then I developed another business, transition to transformations with the suits kind of for veterans and those who transition into the workforce. So I'm on my second business now, and then running a nonprofit also, and then the Department of Labor stuff. So I stay busy,
Yes, you
like with
do. And you
you know.
stay busy
Yeah.
in keeping old, crusty, retired folks like myself engaged in society, trying to get them back. What made you develop? What was in you that pushed you to getting the veterans kind of off the street, off their butts, back into the workforce?
Like I've always been like I think a giver. I think
Mm-hmm.
I was a young like E6, and I remember my command was sending me to career counselor school, right?
Mm,
Like career counselor. And check this out. I needed a waiver, right? Like a school a ASVAB waiver to get into like the school, right? And
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, check this out. And I needed an ASVAB waiver to get into the school. And then I was the honor graduate. Imagine that, right? It was crazy, right? And so the CEO of the school was like, "Yo, you're a straight giver. Like you love giving. Like you stay after class helping other people and stuff
Yeah.
like that." And it was crazy because they readjusted to the ASVAB needed to get into that school because they asked me at the end. I was like, why do you want that ASVAB? That ASVAB has no bearing on what we
Yeah.
did.
Right.
And so it's great. I've always been a giver, so it's natural. I always want to help people, and I'm passionate about veterans because, and we'll talk about it. They come with a set of skills that nobody has.
Amen.
Nobody has.
Come on.
There we go.
So I'm biased, but it is true. It is so true what the skill sets that veterans and the military community, to include transitioning service members, even military spouses, have a
Mm-hmm.
certain set of skills that cannot be matched in
Mm.
society, in the workforce. And
Okay,
they need
cool.
to
So
recognize that.
before I let you jump into that, we gotta throw you up out this plane. We gotta talk about the first drop. So the first drop is your 2-3 months transition from high school, from knowing you wanted to go into the military. How did it happen? Did your recruiter lie to you? Man, we've had all stories. We've had people trading military for jail time. We've had people who was homeless and just pulled up. We had people. We had a guy who joined and didn't even tell his parents. So
Yeah.
please, the floor is yours. Tell us how you joined the military.
So I actually graduated high school, I was in my first year of college, right? And first semester finish, I finished the first semester and had these in between semesters, short semesters. I took a short semester and then we had a little break. And or was it? No, 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 no. It was while finishing that short semester, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting at the house, and a Navy commercial comes on, right? Navy commercial. We do more before,
Ooh,
6 a.m. than
6 a.m.
we do
before
all
you do
day.
all day.
Back in the
You
day,
know it.
right?
You know it,
ooh.
baby.
Boy,
I
we
live by that.
we dating ourselves
I
on
live by
that
that.
one.
I
Boy,
live by that.
Right? So
if y'all in this, hey, I don't want y'all to leave the podcast, but later on, put a pin in that. Go look up 1990,
it was like 1992 or something like that. 92, like yeah,
1992 Navy commercial. My God, today. Woo!
yeah. So I was like, man, I was just thinking and thought. And so I told nobody. Like the next day, I went down to the recruiter's office, right? I still remember him, Petty of Submit Jam. right?
Mm-hmm.
A second class petty officer. I walked into the recruiter's office and I sat down at his desk and I said, it was February. It was February now. It's February. I said,
Okay.
you got 2 weeks to put me in. 2 weeks. I
Wait,
said, you got two.
you told the recruiter that?
Yeah,
Wow.
I said
Okay.
you got 2 weeks to put me in. I had already taken the ASVAB. I knew my score, right? I
Right.
think I had like a 72 AFQT or something like that.
Okay. Okay. That's a good
I
number.
knew my score. It was still valid. I took it within the last like year, end of high school type thing. So I was in my first year of college. So it was still valid. So I said you got 2 weeks. Otherwise, my next semester start, and I'm not joining. Like it was like the beginning of February. I told he The next day he called me up. He was like, "Okay, I got your scores. I got everything. Let's go. Let's go to went to the MEPS." He was like, "Okay, what do you want to do?" So my first job I chose at MEPS was an operations specialist. They call them OSs, right?
Okay.
So my brother was in the Navy.
Okay.
So
Shouts
I
out to the
called him
brother.
and I said, "Yo, D, my job is an OS." And he goes, you like being on land?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "If you choose that job, there's no purpose for you on land." So he was like,
Oh. Oh.
he was like, I think they got a like 6 year sea tour, right? So you be on your first duty station might be on a ship for 6 years, right? I was like, he said, "Go change it." He said, "Your recruiter let you change it." So check this out. So I go back, right? And I go, "Hey, I
Oh,
need to
can I
change
get a timeout?
it."
6 years on a boat is crazy work, bro.
Crazy.
Public service announcement. If you do 6 years on a boat, you are a different kind of person. Hey,
Yes, you
shouts
are.
out to you if you could do it, but that
Yes.
is crazy work. Go
Yeah.
ahead, man. I'm sorry.
So I go back, right? And my recruiter talked me into taking a seaman apprenticeship program, right? Seaman apprenticeship program, which is coming in, I didn't know, it's coming in open contract. Open,
Oh
no job.
man.
So I tell my brother, I said, "Yo, D, I got a better job, right? I'm a seaman apprentice." He goes, "I think you dumber than I thought you was." Right? So that's what he told me that. He said, "You chose a worse job," right?
Oh my
He said,
god.
he said, "Oh, let me guess. They promised you could choose your job, right?" Like I said, "Yeah." He go, "That's some bullshit, bro. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna chip paint. You're gonna hang off the side of the ship. You're gonna paint the ship." And sure enough, that's what I did, man, for 2 years.
Oh,
I
you
did
went
that.
with that
I
job?
Hey, look, I knew how to work a rivet gun. I knew how to, chip paint and stuff like that. And then what happened was my first ship, the USS Laboon, I struck. I struck being a Navy corpsman, and so I became a Navy corpsman,
Okay.
leaving the ship.
Oh,
But
Navy corpsman. So you went from doing that to being medical, basically.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yo,
Yeah, man.
yo,
And that's
yo.
how it happened, man. That look, from going near February, I was in basic training in Great Lakes, Illinois on March 1st. That's how
Mm.
fast that recruiter put me in. I went
Wow.
in the beginning of February, and by March 1st, I started boot camp. I was in boot camp.
Okay, Soto, you gotta do me a
That's
favor right here, right now.
Yeah.
crazy.
Look into that camera and tell folks not to go in open seaman, open
Oh,
general.
what
Please tell the folks.
choose a job that you can do something afterwards. If you're gonna be what was one of my friends? One of my friends was a torpedoes mate, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, there's no torpedoes in the civilian workforce. Like,
No.
what are you going to do with that? You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, what are you gonna do with that? You know, I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying?
man, we need plumbers, we need
Yeah,
electricians, we need stuff
yeah.
like that, man. To be working on torpedoes and you living
What are you
in
gonna do?
Kansas ain't gonna help nobody. Okay, so you progressed through you became a corpsman, uh and then you kind of progressed through, like, how was your career going, like, as you progressed through as a corpsman? How was that going?
Let me. The Navy made a mistake the first duty station.
Okay.
They made a mistake. They sent me to Puerto Rico,
Uh-oh.
Oh
right?
Lord.
They sent me to Puerto Rico for 3 years. How I got promoted, I still don't know,
Oh
right? I
my
still don't
God.
know,
And that was
right? And
before
so,
BBLs, huh?
I
Oh
like
yeah, before BBLs for sure.
Before
oh yeah, yeah,
BBLs.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You was
yeah.
down there with
That's
the
when bases
primo.
were open. Do you remember when bases were open and they had clubs,
Yes, the
Oh
E
right?
wait,
Club.
you
Yes,
the base is open,
oh my
like
God.
anybody just walk in and out of it?
What? The
They
E
would
Clubs used to.
sell these MWR passes to civilians,
Yep.
and they could use the bowling alley, the base club, any MWR function they could use and get on base.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all,
Wow.
back then all bases had clubs.
Yep.
So Puerto Rico, it was called Rosie Roads, and
Oh.
they would come on the base.
E
To
Club.
get in the club was $1. Right
Mhm.
next to the club, the barracks sat right next to the club.
Oh Lord.
Oh, they
So
set y'all all the way up. They hey, that's
yeah,
a
Say
no, that's
less.
that alley you
Say
he
say
wade through
less.
and walk through like this.
yeah.
That's what
I
he
only
did
live
to
I only
y'all.
live over there,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
I live
no.
right there, right?
Oh no. They set y'all all the way up. So how many times you got married, man? 3 times in your first
Yeah,
duty?
yeah, man.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
What?
yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
look, and at Rosie Road back then they had a saying in Rosie Roads: you
Facts,
either get
DC.
married or divorced,
Wow.
Wow.
and I did both.
Hey man. Hey, look. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Always want everybody to be married. And if you gotta get a divorce, it's
Here we
sad.
go,
But
y'all.
God dang, Soto.
Yeah.
God dang.
Hey, well, he's
Yeah. Okay.
he's
So
hurt.
you
So you
got
know what you're
you
talking
you made
about.
it through your first base.
Yeah.
Take us a little.
Leave there. They send me to field medical service school to train to be a combat medic.
Okay.
To
Okay.
serve
Okay.
with the Marine Corps, and
Right.
then kind of like I just kept serving with the Marine Corps. I went to Second Marine Division. Did Second Marine Division, got promoted.
Okay.
Again, by then I was an E5. And then I transferred and came right back because um, by then it was like early. Matter of fact, I was deployed during 9/11.
Mm.
Mm.
So we left in April of 2001. 9/11 happened. We were actually at Camp Bondsteel in Kosovo,
Mm-hmm.
doing some operations, replacing the army, and then we went into Afghanistan.
Mm.
And then by
Okay.
2002, I was at E6. I
Dang.
got
Okay.
meritoriously promoted to E6, and
What
then
what is you said meritoriously promoted? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
yeah,
time in.
meaning I didn't have to take a test. I went to a board and got promoted.
We
Okay,
don't have
so I think we
that
call those step
tax.
promotions, right? We that's what in the
It's a
Air
little
Force
deeper
we
for
step
ours though.
promote. Oh man, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Soto, that means you was doing great work out there, man.
I was. I came back, and about 3 years later, I was back in like Iraq. Normally for Navy, you have to take a test to be eligible for E7,
Okay.
right, for selection board. Because I was deployed, I didn't have to take the test, right? I
Mm.
was automatically eligible, and I got selected, right? I got selected for E7. right?
Dang.
And then came back. I did a I don't know what you guys call it. I did a flag billet, like work for a flag officer.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and then leaving that command, I'm at E8, right?
Dang.
And went to Senior Enlisted Academy up in Rhode Island. Had a ball, went to what we call CMC Cobb course, which is folks when they take over commands. So left
Uh-huh.
there, went to time was flying by then. Went to 6th Marine Regiment. Um, was the senior enlisted there on the Navy side. Did a
Mm-hmm.
did a deployment there. Crisis response. Went over to, and then I kind of got, then I was like, okay, I think it's time to think about what's on the other side.
Right.
Did my last command, which was a schoolhouse, which was the original schoolhouse I kind of started in, field medical service school. I became the senior enlisted there, and then I said, you know what, this is it. I had gotten enough from the Navy. I could no more. I could get no more from them. It
Mm,
started to become where, and you probably felt it, right? It started to become I was giving and I couldn't take,
mm,
right? I was, staying to 8, 9 o'clock because of issues. And by the time, I had a mentor who told me when I got selected, he said, man, Vince, it's very lonely up here,
mm.
right? Like, he gave me some great advice, as far as like it's starting to get political, right? Everybody knows each other at this level, right?
Mm.
So forcing your hands, trying to force you to go places that you don't want to go, and I didn't want to do that, right? I didn't want to. They want you to go and fill these. They want you to slate for these flag billets, right? And I go, why am I going to do that? You're in this. You're in this billet, and you look horrible. So you want me to look that way? No, no,
Yeah,
no, no. No,
yeah.
I'm going home, right? I'm going home. I'm good, right? I'm employable. I can, because there's a lot of senior enlisted, leaders like E9 who preach it, but they're not doing it,
Oof.
right? So they preach a lot of stuff so when they get out, they know nothing but what they've been doing for 30, 40 years,
Mm.
right? And some of them they've reached so many levels that that's all they know. And I hate to say this, but those are the cats that get out, and then 2 years later you get some message, hey, so and so passed away.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's all they know.
Because that's all they
And
had.
then they struggle on this side,
Yeah.
right? And so um remember this: 100%, 100% of service members will transition.
Oof.
Everybody gets out,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Whether you do 4 years, whether you do 5 years, whether you do 20 years, you're gonna get out,
Got to get out.
100%. At some level, some people don't think they're gonna get out, but you're gonna get out. I promise you that. Whether it's med board, whether it's whether it's whatever it is, you're gonna get out.
Doc, talk to me. What is one? I know we're gonna get to our topic, but as you're talking through your career, the thing that stood out is like you was a seemed like to be a superior performer through this whole time. And I know there are some ups and maybe some downs, but what was that one thing that if you could talk to somebody in right now that will keep them motivated and keep them doing the right things, even if they are not as they don't get as promoted as fast as they would like to see. What is
Okay,
something that's going to keep them continuing on?
don't worry about what other people are doing.
Got it.
You do what you're gonna do. Like I can't worry about, like, this was my thing, Jax, right? And PG. I would like, I'm the guy, like the new guy to the command, like, and I'm not saying nothing for the first 2 weeks. You don't hear a peep out of me. Why? Because I'm observing. I'm
Mm,
observing everything, right? Like, I don't like, I'm observing everything. And then when I got it, I'm coming, right? Like I'm coming. You remember like how Dion said, like, look,
Yeah.
look, I'm coming. So look, if if you're gonna leave, you better leave now, right? Like that was my thing. Like I'm coming. Like either you get out of my way or I'm gonna run you over. Like
Woo.
I'm coming. To the point is I know I did my job good, right?
Yeah.
And I would say, look, I'm gonna take this over. Like I was very like I was driven to help other sailors, other service members. So my thing was I'm gonna and I remember this admiral told me this. He used this terminology. He said, I was a young sailor, like just getting to be in the leadership, and I followed this path. He said, train, treat, trust,
Mm,
right?
Mm.
Train, treat, trust. You train your employees, your service members to you can't train them no more. You turn over every single rock. You teach them everything that you know. Don't hold the secrets, teach them everything, right? Then you treat them as you train them,
Mm.
right? You train them, you're the one who trained them. So you treat them that way, that they're trained, they know their job. You delegate to them. You hold them responsible for their duties, right? Because you've trained them. And then you trust them to do the job of which you trained them to do.
Man, that's good.
Because of this, Jackson, I learned this because there's going to be a day that they're doing their jobs and it could be in combat and you can't help them.
mhm.
You're not in the place to help them. So in that moment, you have to think to yourself, did I train them enough to do the job that they're doing right now? Like you could be watching live video feed of a firefight and they're getting beat up, right? They're getting beat up, and you have to tell yourself and think to say, did I train them to the way I needed to train them to do the job? I know they're getting beat up, but they'll be all right because I trained them, right? I trained them. I turned over every single rock to train them to be in this situation right here,
Wow.
right? And then you kind of take a step back and say, I did my job. They're getting beat up, but they're holding theirs, right? Like they're holding theirs. Because if you didn't do that, then you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna feel it, right? Like you're gonna be like, man, I did not train them to do this. Like it's gonna come back to you as the leader. So you've got to train them to handle everything because they're going to be in a situation one time that or any time that you can't help them at all, and
Wow.
you're going to feel so helpless, and you have to know that you have trained them to do their jobs.
That's good, man. That's good, Soto. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's a jewel,
That's Jewel.
gem, that's jewelry.
So, Soto, I want to just take you back in time for a second, and then we're gonna jump into our topic. This is one of my
Oh,
favorite parts. Is to pull out the. Now, look, I asked all my guests to send me some pictures. The email or the text will say, "Hey, welcome to podcast week. Send me some pre photos, during photos, and posts." They never send me the good stuff. So I have to then go dive through their Facebook to pull. Now look at this gem. This is a gem right here. Soto didn't
that
send me
is.
this. But if y'all listening, because we're also on Spotify,
Yes,
this is a picture of Soto. What year was this?
I was a
Freshman year?
freshman. I was a
Freshman year.
freshman,
It
yeah.
looks, and if I'm looking at this correctly, I'm looking at Soto, looks like in the middle of a huddle, looks like he is a part of the leadership of this team. Am I off base here? Because PG, is that what
Look,
you see as
man,
well?
I believe so.
I would
I believe that's what I see.
That's what I see. Explain this picture to us, Soto.
look, man. I remember that game. And so we would have in New York, in city, we would all our football games were on Saturdays, right? Saturday
Okay.
afternoons. but we had one game a year that was on a Friday, right? And I don't say Friday night, Friday midday. So if you were in school and you bought a ticket, you're getting out of school early, right?
Oh,
I
Mm,
think
okay.
the game was at like 1 o'clock, right?
nice.
And so, and we always face our rivals, right? Erasmus High School. And so our coach, William Stevens, right? Great guy, great father figure. He's a pastor today, right? Great guy. And that team right there, we finished the season 8-1-1, right? One tie,
Mm,
one loss. Went to the playoffs, went to the championship, lost in the championship, right? But
Wow. Okay.
those guys right there are all those guys that you're looking at, number 80, number 34, number 55 at Quincy, Robert Bass, Ravi, Maurice. I think I'm looking at Vaughn right there. Right, all those guys went to good schools after that. All those guys are senior, junior, senior, right? And I like in the beginning of the year when I got to the school. I'm a freshman in that picture, mind you,
Yeah.
mm.
right? I'm a freshman in that picture, and
Leading
and
this huddle, by the way.
yeah. So I'm doing punt returns, kickoff return, soul man, kickoff return, punt return, right? And so I played coming up before high school. I played a lot of Pop Warner football, a lot, and that's
Okay.
how when I got to that school, Billy Stevens, he says I know. He said I know you. And I said, where you know me from? He said, you used to play for Ridgedale Brewers. I said, how you know that? He says, I know you. And so he said, you're playing football. And I had told my mom I wasn't going to play football like my freshman year. But when like student orientation, he was like, I need you to play football. And my mom was there, and I kind of looked over at my mom. She said, go ahead. Like go
Yeah,
ahead,
Shouts out to moms. They
uh,
always
yeah,
know.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
She gave me the and I had that, practice, practice a bunch of freshmen, and I had that, like, I remember having this one practice, like I really wasn't getting like what I needed. I remember having this one practice, like it was like I got my opportunity, my 5 minutes
Mm,
of fame. And there was another guy named Boston. He was a senior captain, inside linebacker, and we were doing handoff drill, linebacker versus running back, run through the whole cones. You can't really make any moves. And I made a move on him, right? Damn near took him out of his cleats, right?
Mm,
Like broken ankle syndrome type of thing.
yes,
And that's
sir.
where I got my 5 minutes of fame. People were like, oh wow, this freshman. And so I started, hey, I was a freshman. I wasn't starting running back or whatever, but they were like, hey, we can use him. I returned 2 kickoffs that year, right?
Wow. Okay.
nice.
In my freshman year. So
Okay.
um it was good. And those guys, look, man, that guy, I grew up in a single parent household. So for
Okay.
4 years, that guy was my dad.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that was
Yeah.
look, I remember every single football game,
Yeah.
going
Nice.
through high school.
That's what's
Now,
up.
prior to coming on air, we was talking about this picture, and you was explaining about one of your members on here. Talk to us about what was his
Yeah.
name? 30,
So
number
number
34?
34, Robert
Yep.
Bass. You can even look him up, right? And so went to JUCO first out of there. Big yo, this cat was like, what we used to do is we ran a power I.
Ooh.
And about the third quarter, Bass was 6'4", maybe 240 at that time. So all you can handle is 3 quarters of him,
Mm.
right? All you can handle was about 3 quarters of him. And then fourth quarter, he running for a $175 the fourth quarter, right?
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
you tired of hitting him, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that guy, he went to JUCO, played inside linebacker at JUCO because he played tailback and inside linebacker.
Mm.
So JUCO, Nassau Community College, and then went from Nassau to University of Miami, red shirt 1 year, played sporadically another year, platooned a lot, back and forth. Senior year starts inside linebacker. This is when they had like Rohan Marley. This is when
Mm,
they had cats like and they had a sophomore, right?
mm,
Sophomore, I think he was a sophomore, by the name of Ray Lewis. And
mm.
and and Robert was inside linebacker starting, man. And man, all the teams could talk about was man, all the sportscasters could talk about, man, is this sophomore coming up. This sophomore, sophomore, and Robert got hurt that year, and
Mm.
never seen the field again.
Dang.
Ray Lewis came on the scene and never seen the field again, except on various plays, fourth down situations, special teams, and stuff like that. Never seen the field
Mm.
again. I
Dang,
was
can
like,
coach put
oh
me
my.
on? Let me go to kickoff or something, coach. I got to get back on. I got to get back out there.
Nah, man, you need to
Hey,
heal.
so
Heal up.
like, and then Ray Lewis would become, Ray Lewis would become Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Like, so just crazy. End up going to got picked up free agency to Chicago. Went to Chicago for a while, jumped into Miami and stuff like that. Because at the same time, I don't know if you remember, at Miami, Dave Weinstadt was coaching in Miami, went to the pros, and then kind of picked Robert up in free agency because he knew
Oh, okay, got you.
the
Because he
relationship
knew
and
who he
stuff like that.
was.
And then he's a sheriff in Maryland right now. He's a sheriff.
Oh,
He's
wow.
in Maryland. He's a sheriff. So
Okay.
Nice.
Now we got this cool looking cat here, senior year.
senior in high school, man. Dang,
Man,
senior. I got
listen.
the P.
Now I like seeing pictures like this, right? Because if you look at any prime picture of the 2020s, these cats got all kind of stuff on. This is when life was just simple. It was plain.
Yeah,
You had on red. I imagine your date had red.
yeah,
So it was just
yeah.
nice and easy. Nothing too snazzy about it. Heck of a guy there. Let's see what else we got. You gotta talk
Deployment,
about
man.
this picture. This picture was in Iraq, I believe.
Yep, that was in Iraq in 2006.
Okay.
Frank Johnson just got promoted to E9. Right? That
Wow.
that day, this was a promotion picture. I was at E6 then. I worked for the guy in Master Chief Mike Munn, greatest guy ever. Right? The guy who he's got his hand around the other guy.
Yeah, yeah,
That guy, he's a command master chief, and the other guy was a chief. But I worked for the guy kind of like center that's got his hand around the other guy.
yeah,
He was one of the greatest guys. He was like if you had a command chief, I would say he's a airman's command chief. Like all he cared about was sailors, like doing what's
yeah.
right by them.
Nice.
Right? There was an incident. We're corpsmen, we're combat medics, Fleet Marine Force medics, and some of the battalions, Marine Corps battalions would train their corpsmen to be snipers,
Mm.
right? Which is a no-no,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I
Because I didn't
remember
think
they
y'all
had
was, the corpsmen was supposed to be fighting like that, right?
correct.
Okay.
Snipers are offensive weapons, right? And so I remember this corpsman took a sniper shot like 500 yards away and hit, right? And we had
Mm.
to go tell this guy and little guy, right? And Mike goes, "You the guy who took this shot?" Little guy, maybe a buck 20, soaking wet, right? And he gave him a coin. We were supposed to
Mm.
be yelling at this kid, don't do this again. And he gave him a coin. Good shot. Don't do it again.
Mm.
That's what kind of guy he was, you know.
Wow.
And so we had priority. We could fly in the daytime, right? We would always go at night and wait, right? And one day he tells me, like, we were going someplace. He goes, we can fly in the daytime if we want. I go, are you fucking serious? Are you telling me every time we came here, we would wait hours for another flight? We could have had priority flying in the daytime. Oh yeah. I just didn't want to, right? Like, come on, bro.
Wow. Wow.
But he was so down to earth, man. You know,
That's
you
what's
know,
up.
gave me like retirement, gave me a bottle of single malt liquor, like aged, like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
This was a good time right here. This is a good time. My first command,
First
right?
command.
Good time, man.
What
Good
so
time.
when you think about your first command, obviously we don't have anybody here to ask, but what would they say about you, your first command? What would they say
Right?
that stood out about Soto?
They would say, hey, he they would say he cares. Like
Yeah.
if it's important to him, it's important to us,
Yeah.
right? That's what they would say. I would go to my like all the instructors would be in this. We call it the pit, and I would be like, "Hey, what who's teaching this today?" Right? And they'd be like, "Hey, I am teaching that," and I got your class today. Go home, right? And I teach their class.
Wow.
Yeah, I teach their class today, right? I teach their class. It kept me active being an instructor, right? I didn't have to do it, but I
Yeah.
did, right? It kept me active being an instructor, and I wanted to show them I could do this too, right? I can
Yeah.
do this too. Like as being in a leadership position, I shouldn't stop what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
What I'm good at, right? And just because I'm in a leadership position, don't take the mop away from me. I know how to do this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Like I know how to do this too, right? And so I used to look. They used to say, they had a saying. I love their saying. When classes would start, like when the school would start, they would go, "Hey, it's time to go hard in the paint," and
Oh,
I'd be like,
okay. Okay.
like we're about to get in there, right? We're about
Yeah,
to,
we about to get
like
after
when we
something.
yeah. So like when we were in a competition with another command, they would be like, it's time to go hard in the paint. Let's get these guys out of here, right? Like let's put them out. And that term, every time they say it, man, we about to go hard right now.
Yeah.
Like we about to grab every rebound, right? Like we're about to
Yeah.
we're
Yeah. Yeah.
about to
Yeah.
literally go hard in the paint, you know.
Yeah. Cool. And then we
Nice.
gotta go to one of my favorites, man. This picture
Oh,
right here, I noticed your retirement, but it just speaks volumes. I could just see. I don't know what the speech was, and I wasn't there, but I imagine this moment you dropping some jewels right there, man. What are you saying? What was your overall? And I bet I can probably guess it was a caring, loving,
it
inspirational
w-
message. But give us a one note from your speech.
I was talking about the people that helped me get there.
Yeah.
Like we don't
See,
we
I
don't
knew
do
it.
this by ourselves,
I knew it.
especially when you hit that leadership point where everything is a selection board afterwards.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
you don't get there by yourself at all, right? All the awards you get, all the evaluations you get, you don't get there by yourself. And so to me, like I wanted all my sailors that I had dealt with before, I wanted them all at my retirement so that I can simply say thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. Thank
yeah.
you for, I got promoted to chief. One of the first phone calls I make is back to my old sailors and I go, hey, thank you. Thank you for getting
Wow.
me here. I got selected for, hey, thank you for getting me here because without you, I wouldn't have gotten here. And you need to know that. Like the selection board only saw that I need to be that rank because you did your job.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's cool. And then we end it here.
Retirement, man.
Retirement.
That's beginning of retirement. I think we talked about this like Eglin Air Force Base.
Eglin Air
Yeah,
Force Base.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
I was traveling deep in the in like Panama City,
Yeah.
going like all in the panhandle, man. That was almost like a weekly thing, man, going in there.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
good,
love
man.
this job.
Man. So one thing we're gonna jump into a quasi topic. I asked Soto. I believe Soto is he's a man of the people, right? He's a man of the veteran people. He's a man of everybody, really. But I asked him, give us your top three transition misnomers. Give us the
Mm,
top three things we really need to know transition. I mean, you gave us
yeah.
one already, and 100% of all you mugs out there will transition. Period. So everybody, listen up. Whether you want to stay to the end, whether you're gonna get out early, whether you think about coming in, or if you are never had a interaction with the military member and you own a
Yeah.
business, we coming. Like he said, we
Yeah.
coming and we bringing our Gucci. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or our Louis. Yeah, we coming. Pause, by the way. All right, go ahead, man. Top
So I
three.
think number one, you need to recognize that you're a combo meal. And what I mean by
Ooh,
that, you need to
okay.
recognize that you're a combo meal and that you can do more than you think you can do. You just don't realize it. And what do I mean by that? When you walk into a restaurant, what if the combo meal and the sandwich only was the same price?
Mm,
You would get the combo meal all day,
every
right?
time.
Save it later. Eat half now, save some till later. That's a service member, right? And so if I'm a supply, you're Josh, you're a supply guy, right?
Supply guy. Yes, sir.
Supply guy. Supply guy A, supply guy B. Supply guy Jack's coming out of the military. Not only is he a supply guy, but he comes with like two candidates. Why I want you is because people need to understand not only do you come with the supply chain management background, right? But you
Yeah.
come with project management skill sets, you
Mm-hmm.
come with process improvement, you come with
Mm-hmm.
stress management, you come with critical thinking, you come with problem solving, right? You come with, look, people don't recognize people like this is like the myth about service members that we're not educated,
Right.
right? Matter of fact, it's beyond that. We're fast learners.
Mm.
We're extremely fast learners. Go back to both you guys, Air Force. Go back to your AFSC, right? Your schooling.
Yep.
How fast
Mm-hmm.
was that school? What was the pace like? It was like
Jeez.
learn it today, take a test on it tomorrow, do a data dump because we got to learn something new. Learn it, take a
Yeah,
test
I
on it.
did.
Look, and if you failed one test, right? That was like sometimes you failed the one test and it was like quicksand because then
Yeah.
you had to take the retest. But check this out: the same day you had a retest, you probably had another test in the afternoon. So
Yep.
if they failed one test, they passed the retest, but then they failed the second test, right?
Yep.
And before the end of the week, they were gone. So
Out
Mm-hmm.
of
in the
there.
military, you have to be a fast learner.
Yeah,
Everything they put out, I don't care if they're coming out with a new policy. Stand down today, it goes into effect tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
that's
everything
it.
is quick, fast learner, right? So that's what you get. You get a person that's organized. You get a person that's attention to detail. You get a combo meal.
All
It's
right.
packaged,
So number
right?
one,
Beautiful.
It's
you are a
packaged. That's
combo
number one.
meal.
Two, loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty. And I want you to I want like employers to understand what type of person they're getting. They're getting a person that's volunteered to go to the military, raise their right hand, sign a contract for the next 4 years. Check this part out, and have no idea what the military is going to do with them.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
You have zero idea. You know you're going to basic training, but you have no idea what's going to happen after that.
And I
None.
think that's what we all, every single person that has came on this podcast have in common. And I think even that's the thing that puts us in touch with the people that have never been in the military too,
Yeah,
because we've been there in that point, and when we can understand what their thought process because we've been there.
Yeah.
loyalty. That's what type of person that organization is getting. A person who will be loyal to you
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what's going on. We are
Mm.
we are loyal to a fault, sometimes
Facts.
too loyal,
Yeah.
Facts.
right? Look, look, one is enough for me. For me, one is enough. You do 4 years, you raise your right hand for 4 years, having no idea what you're going to do. That's beyond loyal to
Yeah.
your country, right? To you're loyal to some people that don't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, man.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
People
Then
that
some
hate
of
your
us,
guts.
yeah, then some of us do it again.
And again and again and
And again,
again.
and again, not
Oh,
knowing, and each time not knowing what they're going to do with me.
Woo.
Each time. You want to talk about loyalty?
mm-hmm.
Loyalty. That person will come in at 5 in the morning and leave at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That person will come in on Saturdays.
Yes.
That person will break their leave because they don't want to be at home. They rather be at work. Right?
Yes.
That person will take work home.
Yes.
That person will call you and say, "How you doing today? I seen you. You wasn't yourself today."
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's loyal. That is loyal. That's what you're getting. Right? That's what you're getting. Right? That's two.
Mm-hmm.
Number three is work ethic. You're not
Oh,
beating us. You're
Facts.
not.
nobody.
You're not beating us. Look, let me tell you something. A lot of I say this to retirees a lot too, retirees specifically, because I'll
Okay.
be teaching a retiree class, and I go, "How many of you guys want to be the Walmart greeter?" And you'll see, yeah, I want a job with no responsibilities. I
Yeah.
just come in every day, right? I just come in every day, punch a clock, I push carts
Just stand
around.
there.
Like
Yeah.
that's the job I want. That's not happening.
Nah.
It's not happening. Let me tell you, you may not remember this, Jax, but I remember when you got the job at University of North Carolina and you
Okay.
started talking. I remember how you were talking about, hey, they don't have this. They need that. They got people. They got this room all messed up. I need to go in. Look, that's your work ethic. You cannot let it be. Like that's what type of person, like you can't be
Mm-hmm.
just the Walmart greeter. You can't,
Yeah.
right? You can't. You look, I may get a job as the Walmart greeter, but 8 months from now, they're gonna come up to you and go, you know what, Jax? You're gonna be the district manager of all Walmart greeters. And you're gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask for this, right? And yeah, you did. You asked for it like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
right? Like you can't walk past something that's broken.
No. No way.
You can't. You can't. You gotta be like, hey, why isn't this fixed yet?
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like what? Or you will always leave something better than what you found it, right? You will always leave it better than what you found it. That's what you look. That's what you get with a transitioning service member, a veteran, right? You're not gonna find that. Kids now these days, look, all they care about is the paycheck.
Yes.
A veteran cares about how do I make this organization better.
Yeah.
That's what they care about. How do I make this organization better? Right? Like I was listening to you guys and what PG does. PG's like, hey, I got to do this X, Y, Z, whatever. His concept is how do I get in the next customer? So I don't want the customer to come back to me once. I
Yeah.
want them to keep coming back to me.
Yeah.
Right. And so
Yeah.
we'll do that. Like we'll not only am I loyal to my customer,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm gonna work for my customer,
Yeah.
Facts.
right? So and I'm a combo meal. So they're gonna come back to me because they
Yeah.
they know how I am because I have the work ethic, right? Because I am loyal to them and that I'm a combo meal. Whenever they call me, I go, hold on, I have the answer for you in a second. I do my research because we know how to network, right? We know
Yeah.
how to do our research and then get back, follow up with the person, right? And stuff like that. Sometimes, look, you ever heard and this is what we do. We don't worry about the money, we care about the customer because then the
Yeah.
money's gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Money come
Yeah.
and go.
You- yeah,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
You're gonna
and
spend it as
Cause
soon as
cause
you
and
make
cause
it.
if you think about it, customers are gonna bring more money.
That's right.
Cause
yes,
they're gonna call somebody and they're gonna be like, no, don't
Yeah.
talk to that
Don't go
guy,
to
talk
them.
to
Go to
this
him.
guy.
Right.
Yep.
It's
exactly,
customer service, man. The way I got
exactly.
treated there, oh my goodness, it's this and that and this. No, you'll never get treated. Oh, I want to experience that. Like that's the thing you gotta. That's what makes it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we some people understand the value of a veteran and some people don't, and that's why I go to organizations and I say you need to understand the value of a veteran, what they bring to your organization. If you want your
Mhm.
organization to be better, you need to hire some veterans. You need to come into this pool where they have some amazing skill sets,
Yeah,
right? We do some amazing things. In the military, you will never ever get that amount of responsibility ever again,
man.
Mhm.
I
right?
Low, so
The amount of responsibility they give you.
I have been searching high and low. I've been talking to my therapist. Shouts out to my therapist. If you don't have a therapist, go get one. I don't care if you don't think you need one or not. Talk to somebody. It works. But anyway, I've been chasing let's call it a high, the high of I go to work
Yeah,
and when I was in the military, and one day is never like the next day.
Nope.
yeah,
And it's that high, like it's that drive, like you're sitting in the car before you go to work, like, all right, here we go. Hey,
yeah.
and then you go in there before you get the doors. Sergeant Jacks, we need this. Oh, Soto, we need this. PG, we need this. Where is this at? Where is that at? And I go to work right now, and I talked about it a little bit. Like during the summer, there are no students, so man,
Mm.
I almost drove myself crazy because
You
there's
are
nothing for
bored
me
Nothing to
to
as
do.
do.
hell.
Nothing to
You
do.
are
Nothing
Yeah.
for me to
bored
do.
as hell. You have no idea what to do with your day.
And
Can-
the crazy part, Soto, you touched on it. The crazy part is my leadership did not mind at all if I came in there, opened up my laptop, and sat and never moved from the desk. They
Yeah.
didn't have, they didn't care.
Yeah.
Man, I
Because
wish
they
I
was doing the
would,
same thing, probably.
bro. I in the military, I wish I would
Yeah, you
walk
can't do that.
out of my office and come back and then one more time and come back, and that airman NCO is still sitting in that same spot. So, what are you doing? Because there
Yeah.
is plenty to do out
Yeah.
there. What? Why are
Yeah.
Nothing to
you
do.
still here?
Yeah.
Why am I still looking at you? And to your point, Soto,
Yeah.
oh man, you hit on so many great things, and that it resonated with me because I got hired on my first day of work was September 30th. By October the 3rd, I went to my boss and I said, listen, I did all my CBTs, I did all my trainings, I signed all my paperwork from HR. Can I please clean this place up? And he was like, oh, yeah, by all means. I was like, thank you so much. And man, it was like a tornado.
Yeah.
I cleaned up so well. Nobody knew where anything was.
That's supply. That's that supply, boy.
Boy, they
Yeah.
was like,
Right.
does anybody know where the copy paper is? Yeah, it's that
Right where
drawer
it's supposed to be.
the drawer that says copy paper. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
And I
you
bet they were like amazed, and you were like, I don't understand why this wasn't done in the first place.
look at that. That's a key.
Facts.
DC says like taking a
Yeah.
Ferrari to a go-kart track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So the knowing that, like, with service members knowing that they're a combo meal loyalty and worker, when they go into that job hunt process, searching, I tell them this. In the process, you have to be excellent. From the resume to the interview, right? You have to be excellent. And they go, what do you mean excellent? You have to get somebody in that interview, like they're reading your resume, whatever. As you build your brand, they have to remember you,
mm-hmm.
right? I read that resume, and sometimes they don't get it. And I go, and this is the analogy I give them. I go, you play high school sports? They go, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, you ever played against a team basketball? I said, well, what sport you play? Basketball? Okay. You ever played? Guy came to your team came to your your court. and one player on that team just did y'all dirty. Dropped 50 that day. Dropped
Mm.
50 that day. Did y'all dirty, right? Season goes on, and that week you play that team again, right? You play that team again. What happens to the coaches? Who are the coaches worried about?
That one guy.
That one guy. Why? Because they remember him.
Mm.
And that's what, like, in this process, they have to remember you. You have to be excellent, right? They've got to pick up your resume and go, damn, I want to see this guy. Let's invite him to the interview. And then when you're in an interview, not only do they have to remember you, somebody in that interview, you got to change their mind. You got to
Mm.
change somebody's in that interview. You got to change their mind. Like
Right.
going, like, how many times have you, as a board member, sat on a like Airman of the Quarter board or Airman of the Year board, and you read the packages and you go, oh, I got my guy,
Yeah.
right? I got who I want in my mind, and then somebody walks in and you go, shit, you go,
For real. For real.
you
That's
go,
good.
wow,
That's
I
good.
thought I had my guy.
Yeah, that's
Right?
good.
They came in there, they were excellent. You not only did you remembered them, but they changed your mind.
Mm.
That's how you have to be in this process to get hired to that job. And so
Okay.
as you were hired at University of North Carolina, you were excellent. Somebody read that resume and said, hey, let's invite him to the interview. Because once you get invited to the interview, guess what? You're qualified for the job.
Mm. Right.
You interview, somebody said, shh. Somebody, I guarantee you, when you interview, somebody had their choice already,
Oh yeah.
and then they go, shh. Well, it's Jax now,
Yeah.
right? You gotta get them to do that, right?
Yeah,
I've
that's
sat
good.
many interview boards or whatever sale of the quarter boards and had my guy, especially when you're biased, right? It's a guy from where I work. I know my guy,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then somebody else comes in, and you go, shit, man, I can't. I can't select a
I
guy.
can't
This
pass him
guy
up.
came in.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
came
got
in,
to have
did my
them.
dude dirty, right?
Yeah, I got to
You know?
have them. Can I get two
Yeah.
guys? Can I get two guys?
We got a tie this year.
Yeah, right.
That's what you got to
Man,
do during the
Soto, that's
process.
good. That's so good.
You know, that's what you got to do during the process.
Man,
You know,
listen,
it's
man, Soto, I know I'm always respectful of people time. I really appreciate you coming on the show and dropping these
nice.
gems for us, man. Um Take us out with some closing comments. What would you like the people to know? And in the closing comments, tell people what they need to know. Where can they find you? Any kind of websites, any kind of projects you're working on. Give the people everything.
This is like busy season because I as we run I run a navigate it's called Navigating Solutions, right? And it's a nonprofit. We head into supporting veterans. We always do a winter program, whether we give veterans kind of bags like toiletries and winter stuff. We give them hats, gloves, socks and stuff like that. And so we're going into that time. So I do also own a program called Transition to Transformation. Why I started that program is because I believe as a service member, you don't necessarily know how to dress for success because you've been wearing a uniform for the last 4 or 5, 6, 7, 20 years. Um,
Yeah.
and some services, let me tell you this, the Navy removed the uniform that required a service member to tie a tie.
Mm,
So
That's
it's possibility
crazy.
that a E6 can retire, never have tied a tie because they removed that uniform,
mm.
right? And
Wow.
so how do they know how to dress for that interview, right?
And
If
what
they've
Wow.
was
never
the
tied
name
a
of
tie.
the other one?
Transition to transformation,
Okay.
right? And so, we just help out veterans, right? Help out transitioning service members, educate. They can always hit me up on Facebook, right? And by my name or LinkedIn, right? By just putting in Vincent Soto, right? They'll find me, right? I'm always traveling. Actually, I probably check LinkedIn or Facebook more than I do my email. right?
Okay.
Because a lot of people hit me up there. Sometimes your emails can get lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the shuffle. So I sometimes prefer people to hit me up um on LinkedIn because it won't get lost in there. So
Right.
if you need assistance with transitioning veterans, but I will say this, I will match your energy, right? And so for
That's
especially for
right.
transitioning service members, if I will match your energy, saying that don't come to me with 1 week, you get out next week, and you talking about Vince, I need a resume. Well, wait a minute. I'm sure you knew that 9 months ago,
Right,
Facts.
right,
right?
right,
And
right, right.
so, I will match your energy. I help out anybody. Even when the plate is full, hey, let's go. Hey, this weekend. Like, if it's important to you, it'll be important to me, right? And so let's do it this weekend. If I say let's do it this weekend, and you'll be like, well, it ain't important to you then,
Yep, yep.
Facts.
right?
Hey,
And
Big
so,
facts.
you know, that's what I'll give my time, but I will match your energy, right? I will match your energy, so reach out, even if you just want to learn how to dress, we'll do that. Dressing for success, we do that. And so, I'm just out here in the next, I'm gonna be in J Bear, was that Elmendorf, um
yeah. Oh, you about to.
Richardson in
Oh,
in
I hope you
Anchorage.
got some.
So
You need your jacket, triple fat
That's
goose or something.
it's still cold
Look,
over there right now.
I
um
mean,
I
it's
don't
it's
know.
It might be
probably
medium, mediocre.
medium, probably 30s and 40s.
That's
It's
cold.
I,
probably
I tell you
That's
what,
summertime.
I went there a couple
that's
of weeks
cold.
ago, man. Well, from the first time I've been there, I learned to take my Alaska Sunshine Kit, right? I get
Mm.
these clothespins and I put them on the curtains,
Oh
so
yeah,
because of the light, the
because
sun
they don't
wasn't
get.
setting till like
Yeah.
Oh,
11:30,
God,
so
dog.
that's
Jeez.
crazy.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Well,
So
So you have to
again, we
trick
appreciate you.
yourself.
I linked all I could in the chat there. So there's his the navigating solutions. There's his LinkedIn. So please reach out if you ever need
yeah,
any help with
absolutely.
transitioning, or if you just need a good friend to confide in,
Yeah.
talk to. Soto will
Yep.
be there. He definitely helped me. I can't wait till our next link up for Soldiers of
Oh
Sideline
yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
hang out
We
and
always have
talk
a
some trash.
blast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hustler, closing comments.
No, man, I don't have no closing comments, man. I'm blown away. Before we leave, Miss Dr. Soto, I just gotta ask you one question. I want to get some info from you. I want to get a just like you said, I'm gonna reach out before we leave.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Because
okay,
I got a question to ask before we leave. But other than
okay.
that, man, closing comments, man. You already know what it is, man. Go to W Energy. I mean W.GG. You know what I mean? We here. You can check us on the Redeployment Podcast on Spotify, YouTube. You can catch clips on our Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, man. And also always remember blackmoneymedialive.com, redeployment podcast and collections. Also, if you don't want a redeployment podcast shirt, you can make your own shirt. I have a customizer in there. So
Oh,
you can
now
drop
that's
your own
nice.
stuff in there and you don't have to shop with us. We want you to shop with us.
We would love for you to shop with
We
us.
would love you to represent because y'all family. If y'all here, y'all watching y'all family, and that's just how we do it. And you know why? Because we love you and it
We
ain't
love
nothing
you.
you can
Ain't
do
nothing
about
you
it.
can do about it. All right, closing comments for me. Listen, man, this is another great podcast. I thank y'all for pulling up. I thank everybody in the chat for responding. We got a couple of new people in the chat. DC always pulls up. KJ, me and him play NCAA and uh the party gang. He's gonna coming through next week.
I
He's
was
a
about to say, I
he's a
think that's
full gamer, man. And I
yeah.
love can't wait to hear his story. But this podcast is for you if you are one of four people, and you're probably one of four. You got to be one of four. You're either in the military and you think about staying. I stayed, Soto stayed, or you're in the military and you've got all you can get and you're gonna roll out. That's what PG did, and he's doing great for himself. Or if you are thinking about coming in the military, hey, these are just some stories. These are some pro tips on how to navigate through this military and do better than we were. You can do way better than we were because we're going to give you all the tips and the sauce, if you will. And then if you've never interacted with the military member before, well, this podcast for you because you're going to hear from real, genuine military members, veterans who have lived it, breathed it, done it all, seen it all. And we just need a chance to be regular again. So, get to know a veteran basically. And this is stories from us. Please, like PG said, see us on our YouTube channel, see us on listen for our Spotify, go to all our stuff, like, share all of our stuff. I really appreciate it. This is for me, if nobody else, it's for me. So I will appreciate if you watch, but if you didn't, I'm having a great time.
Oh yeah.
And we are headed towards 15 episodes. So we're moving. We're moving, PG. So again, I appreciate y'all.
Oh, I forgot. Also on Spotify, on the 19th, Just Cruise is coming out. My single is releasing. Another single. Just Cruise.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I forgot about that.
So if y'all heard the intro and the outro, that is brought to you by none other PG the Hustler. So please, hey, he got some great music. Just Cruise is coming out. Man, I'm so excited. And I thank y'all for pulling up. And PG, let's say it together. We love you.
Love you, and it ain't nothing you can do
about it. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.